This is Neil Schneider for MTBS-TV at GDC 2019. To my immediate right is none other than Chris Hook, Director of Graphics Marketing at Intel. And by the way, he's got a much longer title than that, but it's the best I can remember this late at night. It's a pleasure, Chris.
The longer your title is, the less important you are. That's
I don't think that's the case in this case. Welcome to the program, Chris. How are you enjoying GDC so far?
It's great. It's a lot of great news this year. You just see every day this week just how vibrant the game developer community is worldwide. I think we've got, from what I heard, over 28,000 people attending GDC this year in San Francisco.
It sure feels that way.
It really does. It really does. And it's just every year I come, I just love it.
So the big word of the day is Odyssey. What is Odyssey?
Now, Odyssey is the journey that Intel and our developer community and our end user community and our advocate community have to take to make gaming and content creation and really the entire visual experience better for a billion people. And it's something that we have to do together. It's something where we have to listen, we have to learn, and we have to use that feedback from our end users, from our various communities to make graphics and visual computing technology better. So tonight, what we're doing here at the Odyssey is we're kicking the Odyssey off. We have our entire graphics engineering team here in the room. We have a lot of our engineering leaders. We have the most important members of our community, and we're here to get to know each other, to share ideas, and make the world a better place.
Okay, so now on the topic of graphics, now I know Intel's always had a play in graphics, however, much more now, yeah?
Well, right. So currently we have about 2/3 of the global PC graphics market. But when we announced that by the end of 2020, we are going to have first availability of our first discrete GPU.
So for those unfamiliar, when you say discrete GPU, what do you mean by that?
So this is a graphics processor that has its own memory architecture. So it is a separate discrete graphics processor, and typically you need one for high-end gaming, for high-end content creation. It makes your visual computing experience better. So this is something where the last time there was a successful entrant to the discrete GPU space was 1993. A lot of companies have left, but very few have gotten into it. And the last time that the world launched a new discrete graphics brand was 2000. So it has been a generation since there's been really a new play in this space. We're really excited to be on an Odyssey to get there, and that's coming in 2020.
So why was this important? Why was this an important thing for Intel to do?
I think people want choice in the market. I think they want, graphics processors are fantastic. What Intel has is a world-class portfolio. We call it the 6 pillars. And really it's about bringing the best software, the best architecture, the best memory, really that entire spectrum of technology that we have, and to build processors that really are tightly aligned with how we're solving real problems for our community. We're really excited to be able to go and do that. We have incredible talent at Intel. We have hired a world-class graphics team, and we're really excited about the future. And it's not just graphics, it's visual computing platforms. Today we have the best gaming CPU in the world. We have the best processor architects. And again, it's all about bringing it together and making a great experience for our users.
Now, do you think we're going to be thinking of graphics in a different way in the not too distant future? I mean, during the presentations tonight, we heard there have been announcements at GDC. I just don't need to go into the brand names, but the point is we're starting to see different ways that people are going to be digesting their content through graphics. Do you think things are going to be changing in the not too distant future?
Sure. I mean, virtual worlds are getting bigger and more exciting, and that requires more graphics horsepower. Content creation, when you say to your kids nowadays, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be famous, and that means being able to create great content quickly. So that puts more and more workload on the GPU. So now you need to have notebooks and computing platforms and content creation platforms that are bigger and more robust. And I think that Intel in our portfolio, we can play a unique role in that.
Now, I would gather what you're doing within Intel, and I imagine everything that happens in Intel is a new thing. There's no such thing as a same old, same old. It's always about innovation.
We've been in an Odyssey since 1969, so it's been a long Odyssey.
So I imagine here you are, you're kind of being put into this place of launching this new, would it be fair to say almost like a division within Intel, because I think it's a new line of product. what would be like a meaningful goal? Like, what would you like to achieve through graphics that maybe wasn't available before?
Well, again, what we're really trying to do is deliver choice to the market, to redefine the experience, to be able to create better content, more photorealistic worlds. So that's the journey we're on. It's about building graphics processors that are going to be able to infuse smarter and smarter AI into computing experiences. Right? We want to be able to see AI-based content creation one day, where we can have artificial intelligence engines running on the GPU, running on the CPU, creating better content for us. We want to be able to create immersive worlds that are more stunning and more realistic. So that's the goal, and it's not something that's going to happen tomorrow because we're on an Odyssey. And
that's a good point. I'm just going to raise this, and I mean this in a really good way, is that we're starting to see new purposes for this graphics technology, right? It's not video games, yes, for sure, but I mean, you're bringing up artificial intelligence. There must be use cases beyond what we have today that makes this high demand.
Oh, absolutely. You think about it. It used to be that you could, play a game against your friend. That's going to be important. But imagine being able to train AI game bots where they could play against each other too, and you can then see the artificial intelligence engine take on gaming. I mean, I think that's something that we haven't seen yet. We haven't seen that one. AI-based content creation. We haven't seen yet where we can use an AI engine to be able to create content that and use its own imagination to be able to do great things. So I think we're scratching the surface right now of what visual computing can do. Really excited about the future, and it's going to be an incredible journey for us and the entire industry and our community.
Now, you're going to have to forgive my ignorance, but when I've been thinking about discrete graphics, I've been thinking PC world. Does this have a direct application in the cloud world as well?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Cloud gaming is going to be important in the future. Cloud visualization. So really the graphics processor, it has a role in the client universe. It's about being able to bring a visual computing experience with you, but it's also about being able to create a great visual experience in the cloud. And some people will want to be using thinner clients and have that rendering take place on the cloud side. Other people are going to want to have that with them wherever they are. So really, it's about the cloud and the client working together, and there's always plenty of room for both.
Good stuff. Well, thanks so much for joining us.
All right, great. So good talking to you. This is great. Have a great GDC.
I will. If I survive it, I'll email you. This is Neil Schneider for MTBS-TV. We'll be back with more. Thanks for watching.